text in the false column.
Hello there, welcome to another Bringing the Thunder. My name is Emily and I'll be your host for this session. Previous Kata session, we had Reinout that gave us an introduction in MediaOps. Yuri gave us some sneak peeks, but today we'll dive deeper. And to assist with that, we have a guest. I don't think new to the Katas, you've already been here, but maybe if you could introduce yourself a bit. Who are you and what are you doing in Skyline?
I'm Michiel Salen and I'm a solution architect at Skyline since 2016, so almost 10 years.
Okay, that's
so it's
starting to count, yes. Okay, solution architect, what does that entitle?
It started mainly as developing systems for customers. And you do that starting as an account manager, and then when you go to bigger scale systems, you typically become a solution architect, and that's where you then come in to guide everyone to build the right solution for the customer.
Okay, and if I'm correct, the current project you're architecting for, if that's a verb, MediaOps.
Yes, indeed. MediaOps is a standard solution, so that can be reused by many of our users. So that's not built for one specific user. That's built to be more generic so that everybody can leverage or can benefit from this solution.
Okay, nice. What will we do in this Kata session?
Well, MediaOps is all about resource management mainly, so we're going to start with building some resources today.
Okay.
So first we're going to build a pool that represents a type of function that the resources can do, and then for that pool, so that function, we're going to create some resources, and then we're going to create a second pool and do the same thing again. In our example, we will use an OB truck, so you know, like the big truck that they go on site with a lot of cameras inside, and then you have people inside of the truck deciding which camera to send to the studios and so on. So that's the example we're going to use.
So for example, there's a football match going on. We send the crew to location with the outside broadcasting truck with everything needed, and we'll use the app to enable that, to make sure everything is in the right place, correct?
Yes, and we have a bunch of cameras in the studio that the people need to take with the OB truck on site, and they need to know, of course, which cameras and how many to take to prevent that they would conflict with other people that are sent out to other locations.
Yeah, okay. In the introduction we saw, Reinout mentioned the Resource Studio. That's probably the app that we'll use then, because you're talking about resources. That would make sense.
Indeed. In Resource Studio, you can manage your resources, create them, edit them, and so on. And then you can use those resources within the scheduling app to really book or reserve those resources.
Yeah, okay. So the session is, let's say, step one. You have your equipment, we put it into the system to then later be used in scheduling.
Yes, and we will, in this session, immediately show how that can be done in scheduling.
Of course, because we want something of value at the end, nice, something tangible. All right, I would say guide us to us.
So here we are in the Resource Studio app. We are on the first page here, the resource pool page. Yeah. That's the page we're going to use.
Can I interrupt because we're diving right into it. But if for the community that's watching, they can also go to mediaops.dataminer.services, right?
That's a very good point, indeed. If you do not have MediaOps on your systems, you can install it if you want to have it on your system from the catalog itself. So if you go to catalog.dataminer.services and your system is of course cloud connected, that's a requirement, then you can deploy the solution to your cloud connected system. So you go to MediaOps and then you click on the deploy button. In this case here, I'm using a user's account, so I don't have any systems at the moment. But if you have a cloud-connected system, this button will be enabled, and then you can choose to which system you want to deploy it.
So then from the catalog, MediaOps will be installed to your own data miner, and then you can play around with it. Okay?
Exactly.
And the second option?
Yes. So if you are not willing or you don't have the time to spin up a new data miner system, or you don't have a data miner system you can play around with, there is also a demo system that we make available to everyone, and that one can be accessed through mediaops.dataminer.services. If you would browse to that place, you will see you have 4 apps at the moment on that system. Those are the MediaOps apps, and the one that we're using today is Resource Studio.
Yeah, okay. I guess, this is a demo system. Everybody now watching the video can immediately go to it, do some stuff.
Yes, exactly. So the disadvantage of using this demo system that's available for everyone is that everybody can do whatever they want on the system. Yeah. So if they would decide to delete all the items in the system, then of course, everything would be gone and nobody would have any demo data to play around with.
Please don't.
And just as an FYI, every Sunday we also reset the system to get all the data back into a nice state, so that everything that externals have created is wiped out, and then all the demo data that have been altered is back in an original state.
Okay, so but if you're doing the exercise and you see other things appear, don't worry, it's just other users that are also doing those exercises. Okay. I think we can now have a look what's on the app.
Here we can find all applications of MediaOps, and then one of them is the Resource Studio application that we're going to use today. So if you click on this, and it will open Resource Studio, and then in here, first thing we're going to do is create a new pool.
Okay.
So a pool is basically something that executes a function if we're later talking about workflows. So if we create a pool, the first thing that we will do here is create a camera pool. So and if we build a workflow, we can say we need a camera.
Okay.
If we would put in the same pool microphones, for example, it would look strange if we say we need a camera and then there is a microphone in there. So a pool is basically like a function that you need, or something that you need of a specific function.
Yeah, so a pool is like a collection of devices or other things with the same functionality.
Exactly.
All cameras or all microphones or encoders, decoders, you group them in a pool.
Yes. Bad pool example would be all your devices in a specific location, because then you would just say, I need a resource from this location, and for that you would use better capabilities that we will see in the next session.
Okay, so you want to be your pool that it's a bit specific of the device.
Yes, indeed. So if we want to create a new pool, we're here on the first page of Resource Studio, the resource pool page. That's the one that we're going to use today. Okay. And then on the top here, you will see there is a new button. If we click on this new button, we get a new pop-up where we will be prompted to give some information about the pool that we want to create. The name, I will use my credentials here because this is a DataMiner system that everybody can create things on.
So also a tip at home, if you're following the exercise, use your credentials, your initials, for example, to make your resource or pool unique, so you don't overwrite each other. Would not be so nice.
Yes, indeed. So I called mine MSA camera. And then the next option here that you see is the icon. I'm going to select an icon here, the camera icon.
What is the icon used for?
The icon is something that you will then see in the workflow. It's for operators to easily spot what that specific node is about. So
to make it visual.
Yes, indeed. So that icon will then be visible in the workflow. If you would wonder what icons that there are available in the system, you can go to docs.dataminer.services. In the docs.dataminer.services, you will find here a block DataMiner Solutions. If you click on that, you will see MediaOps, and if you click on that one,
it's all the information you ever need about MediaOps.
Exactly. Everything you want to know, you probably will find in here. If you don't find it, feel free to use your community platform to ask questions. Inside of the MediaOps documentation, you will see the different applications. So we're in Resource Studio, and in Resource Studio, you will find here a tab assigning resource icons, and then you can get an overview of all the available icons so that you also have an idea how it will look like in your workflow. Okay. So in our case, we used the camera icon, so this is how it should look like.
I see plenty of icons, so you can fully recreate your all the equipment. Yeah, okay.
So if we go back now to Resource Studio, we can see here the next option is to link this pool to other pools. We're not going to use that here. We'll come back to that in the next one of the next sessions.
Okay. So it's already a teaser for a later session. Okay.
Indeed. And then if you want to now create our pool, we have two options. We can create it in a draft mode or in a completed mode.
Okay.
Draft is basically to already start building your pool with all the resources inside, but you don't want operators yet to make use of that pool. So as long as it's in draft, it will not be available in the scheduling app.
Why would you use a draft? Do you have an example, use case?
For example, if, the pool is not yet fully defined, and you still need to assign capabilities, add the resources inside. You don't want it to clutter the view of the operators because they might raise questions then, what is this pool about, while you're still building it.
You're still building it, it's not yet final. Yeah, okay, got it.
In our case, this is demo, so we're going to immediately make it available. So we're going to save it as completed.
Now we made it and we should see it on the left side.
Yes, the left-hand side is the resource pools. Inside here, I can find my pool that I created. And if I select it, then on the right-hand side, I can see there are currently no resources in my pool. There is a button here at the top. And if you click this one, you will immediately add a resource inside of this pool.
It already selected the correct pool for me.
Yes, that was selected on the left-hand side.
Yeah, okay.
So now we can start creating resources. So we will start with adding a camera to our camera pool. I will again use my credentials to make sure that everybody knows this is the camera from my pool. And then I'm going to call this camera 01.
Yes. Okay.
Then you can see here there is a drop down with a type. Currently it sets to unmanaged. So it's basically a virtual resource. This is a resource that represents my camera. But I could also link, for example, it to an element, a service, or a virtual function, if you're familiar with SRM, to objects in DataMiner, so that you can, if you're already monitoring the camera, for example, in DataMiner, then you know it's linked.
So on managed, when you say a virtual equipment, it's not registered in DataMiner in your system. Okay, got it.
Then we have the option to mark it as a favorite. We can also override the pool icon, but we're not going to do that here. And then we have the concurrency. That basically explains how many times we can use this resource simultaneously. In our case, if someone is using the camera, nobody else can use it, so we're going to leave it to one. There's one person that can use it at the same time.
Yeah, just one video stream, that's it.
Yeah, but there are some devices that can do multiple jobs simultaneously, like processing two video signals at the same time, and then you might want to set a higher concurrency.
Oh, in that case, then you would change it to 2, and you could then later on have 2 jobs that are using the same device, but since it's capable of doing both at the same time, it should handle it.
So if the jobs overlap in time, it will still be possible to use the same resource.
Okay, nice.
So then we have again the same option here to save it as draft or as completed. If our camera, for example, would not yet be arrived, but we're already filling it in, that we ordered this camera, we could save it as draft. And then you can also see here the state, it's still in a draft state. Yeah. But then if you want to mark it as completed because the camera arrived, you can go in again the edit panel here with the pencil. Yeah. And then you can you have a button here to mark it as complete. And now you can see it's green and it's available for operators to use.
Okay.
I'm just going to create 2 cameras here just to be able...
Yeah, so you're also adding a second one to our pool? Or?
Yes, indeed. And that way we have 2 cameras in our pool. It's again unmanaged, and I'm going to save it as completed immediately this time.
Okay, so now... Yeah, on the Resource Studio app, we made a pool and we added 2 resources to that pool.
Yes, so that's what it takes. Now in MediaOps, we have 2 cameras available inside our pool to be used and to be reserved.
Okay, what can we do with them?
Well, we can reserve them. So one of the next steps would then be to go to the scheduling application to reserve our resources. Yeah. You can do that here on the left-hand side. You have like this grid. Exactly sure of the name of this thing. And then you can find a scheduling app here. And if you click on it, it will open the scheduling app. First thing you will see is a timeline view. In our case, we already have quite some jobs available, demo data on the system. Okay. And then from here, you also have the ability to create a new job here with the button on top. And then you will be able to create a job and then later add resources to those jobs. Mm-hmm. But there is also another way to do that. you have the job view where we are now. The second page is the resource view, and that one gives you the ability to select a pool already on the left-hand side. So for example, if I would select our IRD pool, I can immediately see all the resources inside of this pool.
Oh, okay.
And all the jobs that are using these resources. So now I can see here there is a job using this IRD and so on. If I would decide, okay, I need to free up this IRD because going to maintenance, I could even immediately swap that to the other one. In this case, it was not possible to do that, but that is how you could easily switch between.
So this really gives you an overview of the resources and their availability in one go, sorted per pool, per type.
Indeed. So in our case, we created the camera pool. We have here our 2 resources available in our pool. And one other neat thing of this page is that if you select a resource here, it's important that you select one, and then you click on the new button, you will create a job with the resource immediately inside of it.
Okay.
So that way you can, if you know which resource, you can more easily, with less clicks, create a job. In our case, we're going to use this camera to record a football match, England
Azerty.
versus Belgium. And we're going to say this job takes place tomorrow from 1800 until 21.
So that's then the football match going on from 6 till 9.
Yes, so the football match is, for example, from 6 to 9. You will also see here there is a pre-roll and a post-roll. That is basically to add some extra time to reserve your resources before and after. For example, your camera needs to travel from studio towards the stadium. So then you want to reserve, for example, 1 hour up front the camera to ensure you have sufficient time to bring the camera to the location, to set it up.
So it doesn't go immediately from one job till the next. You have a buffer in there.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
And then you have here also a state which is now set to draft. So the draft state means you can create a job, but it will not immediately reserve your resources. If you're not yet 100% sure that you need these resources, but you already want to start building a job, you could use the draft state.
Okay.
But it's also interesting to immediately set it to tentative, because then you will reserve immediately your resources. So nobody else can go and start walking away with your resources that you need.
Okay.
So we're going to select tentative, and then we're going to create here the job with this button. And now, if we would go to tomorrow in our timeline, we will see here our job. And then you can see there is also a pencil here. If we click on that one, we open the job edit panel. And then you can see the details, and also in the notes list that we have our camera here.
Okay. Camera 1 already reserved for us.
Indeed. If you scroll even a bit further down, that's where our workflow section is. And that's where you can see that icon that we configured in Resource Studio. So when we start to build, the signal from the camera goes to the OB truck and so on. Then we will be able to see that in a bigger picture. And then we will have a list of nodes, and then here how they are connected to each other.
Workflows is coming up in the next Kata as well, probably?
Indeed.
Okay.
Imagine now that the camera 1 would not be available for whatever reason. There is also an option to switch to another camera. So here on the right hand side you have like here these arrows going in a circle. If you click on those,
swap resource,
you get to the swap resource panel. You can select a other resource, and you can click on the swap button, and immediately another camera will be selected.
Okay, nice.
So that's it. That was it to reserve a resource.
That was quite smooth.
Simple. Yes. Now it's tentative still, our job, so it means that the resources are already reserved, but might be that we're still building our job. If you want to say, okay, now I'm done with my job, you can mark it as confirmed, and meaning that now this job is in a right state to start.
Okay. Well, I think we covered already quite a lot in the session. If we recap, first we went to the Resource Studio app, where we built a pool, and then we assigned some resources to that pool, right?
Yes.
And then using those, we went to the second app, the scheduling, where we created a job and immediately had those resources assigned to it.
Indeed.
Okay, I think that's already a quite nice exercise.
Yes.
Shall we keep it at that?
Yeah.
So if you followed along, or if you still want to do it, feel free to use our demo system, do the steps that Michiel just demonstrated. Keep in mind using your initials to keep it unique. And I think if they can send us a screenshot of this screen. So
yes,
with
the job info section
job,
maybe on the notes.
Yeah, and their resources, you can send it to us, give it an upload, and then you can earn some nice DevOps points. Okay, well, Michiel, it was great having you. I'm curious. There's a lot of other pages and buttons. Curious what those do.
Yes.
Can you already give a sneak peek for next Kata? What will we do?
Yeah. So now we have already 2 cameras in our resource pool, but maybe not every camera is capable of doing the same things. Maybe one camera can record in a higher resolution than another.
Okay.
So we're going to assign capabilities to our cameras so that we can make sure we select the camera with the right capabilities for our job.
The right camera for the right job. Okay, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you do too. Again, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, and see you next Kata. Bye!